Oh, I didn't see you there. What's going on? I'm just motor camping. It's just what I do. It's just a thing that I do now. I just go to the wilderness on my iron steed, and then just, you know, remember how humans used to be, living closer to nature. It's no big deal. It might be for you. It might be a big deal for you, but for me it's just one of the things that's part of my life now. It's just part of who I am, really. I am only about 10 minutes away from my house, in a very, very small campsite, testing out my motor camping gear. It's going quite well so far, apart from the fact that I forgot my rice, and I went back home, got some other stuff, got back here, and I'd forgotten my rice. So I won't be having rice tonight. Hopefully these potatoes that are sitting under this fire will cook before I run out of firewood. I'm not spending any money on firewood. This is the firewood that I've got. I've used more than half of it already because I've been here all day. This is the first time I've ever used any of this stuff. It's the first time I've used the tent. It's the first time I've used this fire thing. It's the first time I've used this chair. When was the last time I went camping? Probably about 30 years ago. Yep. Well, it's the day after my first ever motor camp. How do I feel? Not well rested. I would say it was a learning experience in many ways. The first thing I learned as soon as I got on the bike with all my stuff is that having a backpack and all the stuff on the rear seat is not possible. I mean, it was only like a 10-minute trip from my house to the campsite, and that was too much. I was like basically my face pressed against the Speedo. The sleeping bag that I borrowed from my wife is not built for winter. I think it got down to 7 degrees early this morning, and it was not a happy time. Not a happy time at all. And I don't have any proper, you know, winter trousers or down booties or anything like that, so it was uncomfortable. I just thought of something else that also wasn't ideal, the tent. Before I went on the trip, I wasn't that happy with the tent because I realised that it's quite heavy. It's 3.8 kilograms, which is really heavy. It doesn't make that much difference because I'm carrying it on the bike, but still, it's weight that I have to put on the back of the bike, especially considering there are much lighter tents available that I could have got. But this is the tent I have, and I'm going to put up with it. Not only is it heavy, but it's kind of small, and I am not tall. I'm 172 centimeters. I'm not tall, but it was a bit cramped. That was annoying. It was very easy to put up, very easy to pitch that tent, so that was good. That was my first time pitching it. And I had already bought lighter poles, so it's not 3.8 kilograms now, it's probably like 3.5 or 3.6. There is a way to make it lighter, but I don't know if I want to spend any more money on this tent. Yes, I built a fire with my own 2 hands. I harnessed the power of the flames. That was really fun. Building a fire and making a fire, and I've got a very elaborate fire kit. And I spent the whole day there. And there was only one other couple on the site as well, and they were friendly, said hello a few times, offered me some ahijo, but I'd already brushed my teeth. The night was long and full of terrors. The road near that campsite is closed to motorbikes on Saturdays, Sundays and holidays. My theory is that those are roads that idiots have spoilt for other people. So as I was getting ready to go to sleep, of an early night. The incredible sound of a bunch of idiots on motorbikes revving. You know the way they do. Oh, I'll insert a really funny clip here. Insert. So they were basically doing that as they were riding up and down this little street. I don't know why they choose that road, but they were doing it backwards and forwards all the time. And what made it worse is the police were kind of chasing them, insert air quotes, basically following them with their sirens on. Nice. No idea what that is. Which made it even more noisy and annoying. And that continued until, I don't know, like 11, 12 o'clock, midnight. So I was feeling cold, and it was noisy, and I could hear the couple in the tent across the way having fun. Not that kind of fun. They were very nice. They were just laughing. So then I woke up bright and early, took all my stuff home, and I'm on my way to my wife's hometown. My wife is currently visiting her mother, and I'm going to visit her too. I haven't seen her in ages. And she lives in a very nice part of Tochigi Prefecture, which I think I've mentioned before, Nasu. Not sure how much I'll get done today, probably nothing. I might get up early and go and see some of the last remnants of the autumn leaves before going home. So there might be another bit of video. Anyway, this is like a prologue, no, an epilogue to my first camping trip. How was your first motor camping trip? Please let me know. I don't think mine was a disaster. I've watched enough my first motor camping trips that ended up way worse than mine, so I can count myself lucky. Oh, you don't see that very often. Look at that. Well, it's like a really common sight in the UK, isn't it? Yeah, I don't remember the last time I saw that. I don't think it's wheat. I guess it's rice. I have no idea. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. But look, rolls of something. Now I've heard that people in the countryside, and we are in the countryside now, I've heard that people in the countryside don't follow speed limits. I've also heard that cops don't care about speed limits, which I find very, very difficult to believe. Cops here are incredibly inflexible. It's been my experience. I'm not about to test that theory. Not too much anyway. But that's what I always see people comment when somebody visiting Japan asks about speed limits. I feel like nobody can believe that the speed limits are actually as slow as they seem to be. But they are. They are as slow as they seem to be, yes. Look at that! People in the countryside are friendly, aren't they? Well, that reminds me, persimmons. How many of you have had persimmons before? Really common fruit tree. I think there's some story about people being told to plant persimmon trees after the war or something, and that's why there's so many. I'll put an asterisk, giant asterisk there, because I just heard it from some bloke down the pub.
Bloke said down the pub. Oh, bloke said, did he? Oh, it must be true.
But yeah, persimmons. That's one of those things I'd never had that much before I came here. But they're really common. Persimmons. Where do you stand? This video's never going to end, is it? I'm just going to keep thinking of things to say. Well, you tell me, how far away from the end of this video are we? Do you think you'll make it there? Play a little game. Count the persimmon trees, since I started talking about persimmon trees. Persimmon. I think some people say persimmon. Don't tell me in the comments I'm pronouncing it wrong. Where I come from, it's pronounced persimmon, alright? Oh, come on. Could never own a bike like that, but damn, they're cool.